In this episode, another find during my craft room cleanup, teddy bears and goats. Hi friends, my name is Diane and this is My Pink Bathtub Knits. I just realized that I have not been knitting during my episodes. So here I am knitting, and black nonetheless. What a rebel. So I just came back from town and did some grocery shopping. I've actually had a couple outings this week, which is very rare for me because I am a huge homebody. I went with my friend Dude to a place called Pine Ridge Hollow for breakfast the other day. And they have shops, and they have obviously a restaurant, and they have a cute little petting zoo. So I have included some footage of goats, and there was a donkey and a lamb and a pig. He was sleeping. Anyways, check that out at the end. It is super cute. That's the goat. That was the goat snag to get you in here. I've also continued to clean up my craft room. I had a visit with family on the weekend and was talking to a couple of my nephews and asked them if they wanted to learn how to knit. So I actually just dropped off a little package for them, and they are 14 and 12. And you know what? It's the summer. Let's get them off of technology and maybe get them to do a little bit of knitting. So they're going to actually work through my videos and try to cast on and knit, and then they're going to report back. So that should be fun. Maybe I'll get them on here someday. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I actually finished quite a few items this week too, which was a good thing. I only have maybe a couple things on needles right now, and a lot of them are mittens, and I knit up with some of the yarn that I've been buying recently, and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. So let's just get to the end of the row, because that's what we need to do as knitters, right? I will show you from 3 kinds of yarn that I had purchased and I've shared with you on my channel. Now these are all the same mitten pattern, and they're all pretty much chunky yarn, and I'm pretty happy with all of them. And I was showing Dude when she was visiting, and she thinks that I should just maybe keep some of them plain and not make them into animals. What do you think? So let's just finish the end of this row and we will show you some stuff. Now the knitted pattern that I always use for adult size mittens is the Bella's mittens from the movie Twilight. Now the original pattern is super long, and I shortened the cuff to make it, adult size without yarn. And so I started in row 24. I'm going to link the pattern below if it's something you're interested in trying. Now this yarn was that Charisma yarn from Michael's. The video is actually dropping today, and this is next week, so you haven't actually technically seen this yet, but all the specs are going to be on the video before this. This is Charisma Tweed Hues. I love the browns in it. It is a 5-weight acrylic yarn, and this is what the mittens turned out to look like. This is the ones that Dude said I should just keep. That's the back side. Keep as regular mittens. I was going to make these into dog mittens. So I think I might make one and show you in another episode. This is just straight knitting. It didn't line up perfectly, but I'm not unhappy with the way it looks, even though this part's a little darker. I'm going to knit up the rest of the yarn I have. I had 4 balls of it. It did take more than 1 ball. So my 4th ball will be a partial ball that I can use for the thumbs and just to maybe line it up a little better. The other yarn that I want to show you that I knit up, that I recently showed you, is this wool spun yarn. Now this is the score I got from Len's Mill which is a Canadian company, an online company. They do ship to the US. And this was going to be used for chicken mittens. I haven't made them into chicken mittens yet, but this is what it looks like. Beautiful, nice, thick yarn. It's a wool acrylic blend, and I quite like it. But these are definitely going to be chickens. And then the other one I want to share with you is the Mary Maxim Marvelous Chunking. This is what it looks like. A very light kind of stripe, but kind of, they really transition nicely. And I was going to make these into kitten mittens, but I might just leave them as this. I haven't decided. The other mittens I got done that have been sitting around my house forever. Some kitten mittens. Now this is made with Color Made Easy, which is a Lion brand. It's a nice thick 5-weight, 100% acrylic yarn. I try to always have options of 100% acrylic or an acrylic wool blend for my customers because you don't know if they have allergies and stuff. This one is also made with Color Made Easy. Of course, discontinued, story of my life. And I have a pair of pig mittens done as well. Teddy bears, teddy bears, teddy bears, teddy bears. Now, I have a lot of, I'm trying to work through some of the yarn that's in my craft room, and I made these earlier that are gonna go into my markets this fall. I love teddy bears. They're a classic toy. I feel like a child's first best friend is their teddy bear after their parents, especially when they're babies. They're great baby gifts. So I have a lot of Wool Ease Thick and Quick yarn. When I first started knitting, I would make a lot of pom-pom hats and like thick scarves and stuff. It was easy to learn on, and whenever it was on sale, I bought it, but I want to try and use it up. So I found a really great teddy bear pattern that I want to share with you, a knitted pattern that makes these very quickly, these teddy bears. And they are just beautiful bears. These are safety eyes and a safety nose. And I just knit the little cowl myself just to give them some personality. They are so cute. And they knit up very quickly. They are knit in the round. The pattern is Theodore the Teddy Bear. And I'm going to put the link below for you. Anyways, I use a 6.5. I've been using the Lion brand's Wool Ease Thick and Quick to make them. And here is a little video about the origin of the name Teddy Bear. Do you know of the origin of the name Teddy Bear? In 1902, US President Theodore Roosevelt went on a hunting trip. It was unsuccessful, so the hunting guides captured a black bear and tied it to a tree for the president to make an easy kill. The president refused, citing it as unsportsmanlike. But the press had a field day, mocking the president in this cartoon, and a New York City toy shop owner created the first Teddy's bear and gifted it to the president. Isn't that cute? Have you ever heard that story before about Theodore Roosevelt? That's a very abridged story, but essentially they mocked him, made fun of him, called him Teddy probably because of the name Theodore, and hence the name Teddy Bear was a thing. Here is another thing that I have found in this was actually found in the basement. Friends, I am so far off from actually having my craft room ready to share with you. I did a short of where I was at on it just the other week, and I'm just struggling. Like, I get in there and I'm like, I don't want to spend any time in here. I might do one shelf and then I'm out right away. I'm finding a lot of stuff, and I'm realizing like I have bought a lot of yarn recently, but I think 2024, I've already decided my goal for it. I just have to get through these markets this fall. And I don't do anything after the holiday season until usually September, October. So I have a lot of time. And my goal is to knit from my stash and to knit for myself. So I have lots of great yarn in there, and I've actually been starting to compile some patterns of things I want to make with the yarn I've been finding. That's what's taking me so long. I find some yarn and then I start scouring for a pattern for something to make with it. So it's a journey. It's taken me a long time, but I look for a pattern and then I find it, and then I also end up going through pattern books, and then I'm looking for the needles. Oh, I got the needles, so I'm shoving that all together in a cubby. I'm trying to get organized. So I have so many ideas of what I want to do, and I just need to get to early December, and then I'm going to do them. And then it's going to be more knitting for me. I have like a very simple kind of vesty sweater thing I want to make with Heartland, Lion Brand Heartland yarn, which I have a lot of. So here's what I found in my basement. Is an Afghan kit. How do you forget you buy these things? How do you forget this? Now, I bought this from Mary Maxim a long time ago. The pattern says 2012 on it. Well, that was when it was printed, but the pattern is still available. Not the kit, but the pattern is still available. And I've linked it below. It's a free pattern on Yarnspirations. And as I'm talking, I'm just going to show you some pictures of it. Now, it uses Patons Canadiana yarn, which is 100% acrylic. It's a pale, this is a pale gray mix. There are several colors involved in the kit. This is 100% acrylic. It is 187 meters. It's a 3-weight yarn, and I love the colors. Like, we actually have a rug in our living room, our fireplace room, we call it, that is perfect for this blanket. And I am a blanket girl. I put blankets on all the time, even in the summer. It's like a meat locker in here. Hubs is a big guy. He's 6'4", big guy. We have a 2-story house, so our bedroom's upstairs. It gets hot upstairs, so it is a meat locker. I always have a blanket on. And we went, so Dude and I went to Pine Ridge Hollow. It is, like, as I mentioned in the beginning, it is a restaurant. Plus there's a whole bunch of fun new shops that they have there. We kind of wanted to go and look at the new shops, and most of them are open, but the one that we really wanted to go to was closed on a Tuesday. We went last year and the shops were just getting going and we didn't get to see them. So maybe we'll get to go again, I don't know. But one of the fun things at Pine Ridge Hollow, which is not too far actually, outside of the city of Winnipeg, not far from where I live, is they have a petting zoo. So I'm gonna close with this really cute photography or videography, I'm no video expert, people, of these goats. There was a lamb, there was a donkey, the pig was sleeping. It was, yeah, Dude wanted to take the baby goat home. Does anyone else think goat's eyes are really creepy? Enjoy whatever fiber arts you are working on, and I hope to see you again soon. And because my markets are coming up, I'm gonna go to 1 video a week for now on Wednesdays. So look for my videos on Wednesdays. If something fun and exciting pops up, I might put something on that's a little bit shorter. But for now, that is where you will find me, Wednesdays. So take care, everyone. Bye for now.